Hello, everyone out there. Who we got? First, second, third, fourth. Technically, I was second, Patrick, not you. But that's all right. I'll let it slide. The other day, I got a comment that somebody said my flag was pointing backwards. So I turned it around for them. I don't know why it was pointing backwards. I wasn't aware that it could point backwards maybe, but I turned it so they won't be offended now. Okay. Ready, Sterling? Just cracked open a bubbly watermelon. This is a good flavor. Tastes a little more like cucumber to me than watermelon, but I don't mind that. Putting a cap on it this time too, so I don't get any shavings in it. All right. I had a impromptu bowl commission from a very special friend of mine. So I thought, first off, I found the piece and I didn't know if it was going to work out. So I kind of wanted to turn it a little bit just to make sure that it wasn't going to explode, even though that would have made for some great YouTube content. But here it is. This is a nice big piece of mesquite. I've already kind of roughed it to round. Got a nice big tenon on there. So I think she's going to work out. I don't know if you can see it. We got a crack. There's still a crack right here. A lot of that's going to get turned off. It's still in the tenon a bit, which the tenon is going to get turned off ultimately also. So, and with the jaws, it's going to want to clamp it together. So we'll see. You might see a bowl come flying. So who knows? Either way, we're going to have some fun tonight. That was my instruction. Turn a bowl, have some fun, have a good time on the live show. So that's what we're going to do. Oh, Nick Ferry's got a comment here. What's Nick got to say? Sterling is a great dude and super nice of you to turn it for him, B. Oh, well, I didn't say it was for Sterling, but hey, Cherokee's out there. How you doing? You're just in time to watch me turn a big bowl. Save you the shavings. I'll pack the box full of shavings. Full of all these shavings. I have a lot. I have some mesquite from yesterday's bowl too. So we're gonna get rolling. I'm just about, I'm done with this part of it. So I'm gonna start shaping it. I've just sharpened my tools, so they should be ready to cut through this rock hard mesquite. I want to double check real quick make sure the screw chuck is still on there nice and tight. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to move my tool rest and get to shaping. If there's any questions are out there or whatever, let me know. I'll take a break in just a minute as soon as I'm done. If there's any song requests, also send those my way. I'll try to sing them while I'm turning. I think I got you set up pretty good. Should be able to see what I'm doing. Just going to kind of use a draw cut, take some of these corners away, and then I'll switch to a push cut and start working my way around and get a nice fluid form from the bottom to the top. All righty. Number one, always wear your face shield. I especially have it on this one because we don't know what's going to happen. So let me give it a little speed and we'll get rolling. They were about just under 600. crazy what you can do when you sharpen your tools. Look at those right there. Nice mesquite shavings. They'll be perfect for the barbecue. Whoa. Oh, yeah, you're going to have yourself a nice big salad bowl here, buddy. So far, so good. So a little bit more to take off up here. Let me see if I can move you a little bit. Might be able to see the profile a little better as I'm cutting on it from this way. Just about there. Have a little bit more right up top. But we've got a nice big foot on this thing. It's going to be a big functional salad bowl that I will love to see sitting on your table for Christmas dinner with your family. Oh, goodness. Hold on. Steve Carmichael, how you doing, buddy? Long time no see. Glad to see you here. Thanks for tuning in. I'm just turning a big old mesquite salad bowl. Reposition the tool rest. I just need to work this out right up there. Can you see it? Right there. And then right down in there. We're just about there, though. So we're working this one out. Just a shear scrape. The flute almost all the way closed, just working with the wing of the tool. And then a little bit down here. I think we're pretty good. Nice flowing curve. Got a little bit of a foot at the bottom there to kind of help elevate the piece. Yet it's still going to be nice and heavy. So it'll be a good functional salad bowl. You won't have to worry about it tipping over or anything like that. Yeah, I'll probably have to bring the rim down. It'll end up being not quite as deep as it is now. But I have to bring this down just a touch. I've got like some little crack right there, so I'm going to try to get rid of some of that. And that will, just make it so I don't have to fill too much in. But yeah, I think it's looking good. I'm going to get my teardrop scraper out. We're going to drag it across and get rid of we got a little bit of tear out right in through here from when I was shear scraping. But that little teardrop scraper is going to make quick work of that. How am I doing so far, Sterling? Am I doing good? Sterling, I love you, buddy. Man, I got a bunch of mesquite all over my keyboard. Okay, let me just make sure I'm positioned good for this cut. Move my tool rest just a little bit. All right. Okay, let's see what we got going. Whew. Looking good, looking good. I think we're about ready for some sandpaper. Yeah, we got a nice flowing curve all the way from the rim. I can't feel any lumps or imperfections, I don't think. Sometimes I'll close my eyes too and just feel it, and that helps a lot because your fingers are a lot more perceptive than your eyes are. But yeah, I think we're good there. Like I mentioned yesterday, I tend to get a little bit particular about some things, but yeah, I think we've got no lumps or divots or bumps or anything. So let's get this thing sanded, and then I'll turn down some of that top. We'll flip it around and turn down some of the top. Yeah, so I pre-gamed a little bit on this one and got rid of all the like it was really uneven lump. So just man, it was tough though. So I spared you guys that part of it, and I just brought you in when I already had it just about roughed out and started to shape. Yeah, it's looking good. I'm gonna sand it up, and then we'll switch cameras, see what you guys got going on. Say hello to some people out there. Gonna start it out with, let's go 150. Turn the speed down a bit. Got my sanding sponge behind my sandpaper so I don't burn my fingers. A little spot sanding. So I've got a little tear out up here, so I might run it over with run over it with that teardrop scraper again real fast to try to clean some of that up. I know this client personally, and he's very particular, so I need to make sure that this is of the utmost quality because I want to take care of my clients. Oh, yeah. Much better. There's a little hole. We're going to have to fill that guy in, too. So before I flip it around, let me finish sanding it, and then I'll start to fill these holes. Then I'll flip it around and start hollowing. I'll use some black CA for that. Make quick work of it, and I think it looks really good with the mesquite. All right. Oh, shoot. My computer's about to die. Forgot to plug it in. 1 second. I always forget something when it comes to these live shows. All right. There we go. Back in business. Okay. Everybody wants to know what RPM. Let's see. It was 340 right now for sanding. Switching to 180 here. Actually, I'm going to go backwards. When I'm cutting, I think I was up around 600, close to there. I could get it faster, though. This is, now that it's kind of more balanced, I'll be able to turn it up a little bit. And the faster you can get it, the cleaner the cuts are going to be. All right. On to the 240. A piece like this really makes me wish I had a hollowing system or a coring system, so I could take a few bolts out of the middle of it. Yeah, one of those coring tools would be real nice. It's pretty high on the list right now. I don't get a lot of big mesquite blanks like this either, so it would be nice to be able to save some. Yeah, we're looking good here. Okay, what's next? 400. Need to get myself some more 2-inch hook and loop sanding pads too, so I can start power sanding again. That would make real quick work of this. Okay, 600. Here we go. Ooh. You look a little dusty. There, I'll give you a swipe. Oh, it's supposed to be in reverse on that one. There we go. You can already see a bit of a shine off that. Not bad for sandpaper. So I'm going to go grab my black CA. So I don't have it right here. I'm going to put a coat of sanding sealer on it, which is just 50% shellac and 50% denatured alcohol. That's going to seal up a lot of it, like the end grain and the open pores in this mesquite. So hopefully a lot of that CA is not going to penetrate in there. It's just going to fill in the cracks where we want it. Oh, Nick Ferry coming through with the $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. Going to put it in the sandpaper fund, definitely. I'm getting pretty low on some of them. Pretty sad. Here's my 600. It's about down to the bottom of the barrel. So I appreciate that. Let's see. I'm going to pull you back a little bit. See if I can get a better shot of the finish going on. Well, not really the finish, but it's going to give us a really good idea of what this thing is going to look like when we do finally get it finished up. Yeah. I do love me some mesquite. Get it down right in the end grain here. Help seal it up. We will have to come back and sand it, but that's all right. Should be able to scrape quite a bit of that black CA away with the teardrop scraper also. So that's going to help. Okay, let me run over there and grab it. and I will be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Let's see, accelerator. Here we go. All right. What? $6. Isaac is better than Nick. I'll give him that. Thank you, sir. More sandpaper. Okay, let me see about repositioning a little bit. This is going to be kind of a boring part, so bear with me. See if I can get you in so you can see what I got going on here. See if I can get it to focus. There, hopefully that'll do it. All right, so we got a few cracks. What I'm going to do is take my little pick here. I'm going to drag along and kind of open them up just a little bit so I can give the CA a place to penetrate into, and then it'll kind of pick up a line. Even in some cases, I might come back a little bit and extend the crack just so I can get a nice deep line. Just gently dragging across it to kind of force the grains to separate, and then that's going to leave a place for the CA to sit. This one right here too. Yeah, some of these might be a little bit or a little deep. Might take a bit extra glue, but that's all right. We got time today. I'll be in here until this thing is done, whether you guys are watching or not. But I appreciate you watching. Thank you. Okay. How about this side? There's a good one right there. That's going to take a bit of extra. Might take my whole bottle of black to fill that one. But maybe I can use a little trick. Pack it with something. Depends on how thick I go. Or how thick the wall is. All right. Just a few in through there. A couple down here too. These ones aren't very big, but I still kind of want to extend them. make them a little wider so we can get some of that CA in there. Seal them up, and then also kind of set them off too. All right. Start gluing. Oh, Billy Burt says sometimes he'll open them up with a Dremel. That is a good idea too. I haven't got any like pointy Dremel bits, so I'll have to dig around and see what I got. But yeah, that would be a good way to open them up as well, and also clean them out. So I'm using this Starbond Black CA. If you guys haven't tried it, it's really, really good stuff. I'm a big fan of the Starbond glue. Recently, I signed up for an affiliate link with them too. So if anybody out there wants to give it a shot, there's a link in the description below this video. You can click on the Starbond link and use the code Braxton. You can save 10% off your purchase. And then they also send me some money too on top of that. So it doesn't cost you anything. And then it'll be just sort of a way you can help out, keep the show rolling, so to speak, and get yourself some great glue. And also support a company that seems to be, pretty keen on supporting the woodworking maker community. I see a lot of people with, who are working with Starbond, which is awesome. It's nice to see a company that's willing to help out people who support their product, especially when it's a good product. So that's my Starbond pitch for the evening. Check them out. Use code Braxton. Save yourself 10%. I have one of these little tiny pipette tips on there. So it helps to apply this like really in a really accurate way so that you're not getting stuff running all over the place. I'm just going to kind of let it sit for a minute, soak in, and then I will come back and hit it with some accelerator. I don't want to do too big of a section at once. Get ahead of myself. Let this stuff kind of set up while I'm putting this in, and then I'll come back, hit it with some accelerator everywhere. And I like to come in while there's accelerator on top and get a drip of glue in on top of it. My thinking is it'll help sink down into that hole and kind of create a little barrier so I'm not wasting a lot of CA going down inside. And it's still going to give me a nice coat over the crack and fill it in. Even this, you can see when I hit it, it starts to run, but even the medium holds up really well. Like as far as the viscosity, it's not too runny to where it flows down the edge of the bowl until you hit it with the accelerator. That kind of thins it out and makes it run a little bit. Okay. There we go. What? Sterling, better you. Oh, Sterling, you are better than both of them. I dare anybody out there to beat Sterling. I don't think you can. All right. Here we go. We're going to start filling this guy and see what happens. Keeping in mind that I'm going to still be removing some of this top. I won't have to hopefully fill it too much. But we're going to work our way down, see what happens. Depending on how deep this goes, I may have to come in from the other side as well and fill it in, which is all right. I don't mind doing that. It's looking a little thirsty. I'm going to have to order another bottle of black after this. Yeah, I was hoping to get a new bottle of black. They just sent me out some other glues to try. And I specifically mentioned how much I love the black and how often I use it. But they didn't send me any of that. So that's all right. I'll use code Braxton at checkout. Save 10% when I order. What? We got Portal. Number one. Always coming in clutch when it counts. Yeah, we're getting close. Was it hard to see on the camera how much I'm using? It's getting there. It's filling in. I'm wondering what it'll look like on the inside. It'll probably seep down some. I'm hoping that by spraying the accelerator in there, I'm going to cause it to make a little dam, seal up on itself before it runs too deep. But that's a deep one. We'll keep plugging away, though. Hopefully it's going to be cured by the time I get in there, or else we're not even going to have to, or let's see, what I was going to say. I lost my train of thought because I saw Billy Baxter coming in. Number one, thank you so much, buddy. I really appreciate that. What I was saying is I was hoping to make a little dam with that so it doesn't seep too far down in there. And then also, as I'm cutting, I hope it doesn't start spraying black super glue all over the place. Dang, Billy, really appreciate it, man. It means a lot to me. I'm going to be power sanding in no time. I'm actually going to be helping out with the groceries, too, to be honest. So thank you very much. It's crazy times right now, so this really helps. I can see it's getting close to filling up, so hopefully it won't be too much longer. Spray it in the front just in case. Yeah, we just about got this guy. A few more drops. Okay. Full. We got it. Maybe. One more. Looks like it sunk just a little. Okay. This is going to need some time to set up, too, before I start to scrape it off, because that's quite a bit of glue on there. And this accelerator, it'll set it, but it's still not going to be ready to cut through for a little bit. So let me switch to this other side, start filling these ones in. And we'll see how that other side's looking. Yeah. I'm excited to turn this piece of wood. It's been cut down for quite some time, so that explains all the cracks. I should have turned it a while ago, but as fate would have it, Sterling wasn't ready for it yet. Yeah, Billy said, hey, this is my house. If you want to play, you got to play. So there it is again. Thanks, Billy. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate this a lot. This was kind of impromptu also. We had a good one last night, so I thought keep it rolling with this big bowl. Plus, Sterling wanted me to turn it live for him. So here we are, hanging out, having a good time, just like the old days. The old YouTube days of the live shows. If you guys have been around on my channel for a while, you'll know we're no stranger to 8-hour-long live shows from time to time back in the day. When we first figured out you could use Google Hangouts to go live on YouTube, it was game on. She's still sinking. Still sinking down in that one spot. But I think we're getting close. It's a good sized crack. Luckily, Mesquite is very stable. For anybody who's never turned it, it's super stable wood. So I'm not worried about these cracks causing issues down the road, especially once I get them sealed up. All right, I think we're going to call that good there. Still sinking a little bit, but I'm going to cut it back, a 1/4 of an inch or so off the top. So we're going to lose some of that. This side's looking good. I'm going to come in from the opposite side before I turn it around. We'll do a little turning. You can see from this angle, do a little turning, and I'm going to drag the tool back and clean up this rim and see if I can determine exactly where the top of the bowl is going to be. Give it a spin. All right, nothing's hitting. Like somebody walking around out front of my house. Just a second. Okay, FedEx. That's all it was, just FedEx. I was like, who do I hear talking out there? A little bit more. Yeah, that should do us right there. That looks good. Cut back some of that tear out across the top. Yeah, that one crack was pretty big, but we've got it sealed up. So there's a little super glue that's flung around, so it wasn't quite dry. So let me hit it with a bit more accelerator, and then we'll take a break. I'm going to jump out to the chat, see what's going on, and then I'll come back and we'll cut up, or we'll drag the outside of this with the teardrop scraper and get rid of that excess super glue, resand it, put the final finish on, then we'll flip it around and start hollowing. Let's see. 17 people out there. Not bad for just an impromptu show. Makes me think, why even advertise them? Because this is about what we get normally, right? Appreciate having everybody here, too, watching. I really like doing the live shows, so I hope you guys enjoy watching them as much as I like doing them. Especially when we got people out there friggin' super chatting it up like crazy, man. That means a lot to me. Thank you very much. Let's see. I'm going to have to go back out, scroll up, see what we got going on. So Billy says he's a truck driver, and he's lucky to have been working a lot lately. That is good. And freaking man, what would you do without truck drivers? I'll tell you what. They're like the lifeblood of the country, to be honest. Nick has a good point. I would do a live show to turn something for Billy or anybody. A Billy Club for your truck? Yes, Billy Club for Billy. We can do that. Yeah, tire checker. Nick says tire checker. Yes. Around here they make what is it? Flashlights shaped like baseball bats. That's funny. Yeah, if you ever make it out to Vegas, let me know. That's where I am. Sterling, thank you, sir. I am real pleased with how it's looking so far. I'm excited to get it done and get it in the mail to you. This will be a good, functional piece of wood turning that you can enjoy for years. Oh, man. Yeah, still a little tacky on the CA. And some of us, we might give it a couple more minutes. What's everybody been up to this evening? Just watching me, or anybody else got stuff going on? Yeah. I'm liking the look of it. Nice traditional salad bowl shape. How about we switch it back over? It takes a little bit for comments to come through, so if anybody out there's typing about what they're doing, let me know. Yep. Cool. Let's see if I can reposition again here. Hey, Billy's got a question for me. Yes, sir. What do you got? Yeah, we got some. Probably can't pick it up in the camera, but there's little super glue droplets that have like kind of flung all over. So Billy wants to know, is the lathe from Harbor Freight, I guess, good to get started with? I would say it depends on how much you're going to want to turn, how much you think you're going to get into it, and how much money you want to spend. I started with the Harbor Freight lathe, and it was a really good lathe for me. It worked well for a long time. And then once I got this new lathe, I actually gave it to my buddy, Moy, at Moy's Wood Shop, and he's still been using it. He used it for a long time until the motor finally burned up, and then he ended up putting a treadmill motor in it, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, I think they have some drawbacks for the money. They're good lathes, but you kind of lose out on power and, the capacity of the lathe. It's 12-inch capacity, but you're going to be hard up to turn a bowl that's 12 inches because the motor is going to keep bogging down. But it definitely got me going into turning. It got the bug planted in me firmly and made me realize, like, I love this enough to where I need to spend money on a bigger lathe. So from that standpoint, I'd say it was a good lathe to get started with. But if you've got the means to get a larger lathe and you think you're going to be into it, I would absolutely go that route. Get the biggest, heaviest, most powerful lathe you can get. That's what I would say. Patrick, to help keep these live shows going, buddy. Thank you so much, Pat. I appreciate that, man. Everybody check out Patrick's channel. The highest bidder gets a shout out from me to check out the channel. How about that? No, I appreciate it, Patrick. Thank you very much. I'm going to keep this rolling for sure. Whoa! And nice. Let's see. Sterling says, I have one, just burnt the motor up after 5 years. Yeah, see? I think they get a bad rap. A lot of stuff from Harbor Freight does. Let's get personal here for a moment, shall we? Let me switch cameras. I think Harbor Freight stuff gets a bad rap. Either that or the people who buy it are expecting too much out of it. Because quite frankly, if you're spending $300, $350 on a lathe and you expect it to perform like a jet or something equivalent that's going to cost you $700 or $800, then you're going to be pretty bummed. But if you go into it knowing that stuff from Harbor Freight, it's got quirks and some issues that can be worked around, but it's not a bad lathe, I would say. So don't sell Harbor Freight short. I got another one of their 6-inch by 9-inch belt disc combo, and I love that thing. I would say my philosophy with Harbor Freight is if it does more than one thing, like the only thing this sander is designed to do, it's just a motor that spins, and it spins things. Same with the lathe. It's just a motor that spins. You got your controller there up and down to control the speed, but for the most part, it's just a motor that spins. So things that do perform one function from Harbor Freight are typically going to be all right tools. When you get into something like a friggin' dual bevel compound sliding miter saw, and you can get that for $130, then you're probably going to not have a good time cutting wood with that. So, use good judgment, I would say. Hey, nice mesquite. I cut it at your house. Thanks, Ty. So Billy says he's new to turning and was wondering best way to go. Yeah, man. I mean, really the best way to go is whatever's going to get you turning. So whether that's a Harbor Freight lathe for now and, upgrading down the line, I think it's great. Just do what you got to do to get to turning some wood and making some shavings. So I think we should be good. I'm going to switch back to my teardrop scraper. We'll get this glue off of here. Hopefully we don't pull too much of it out. I've run into that issue a little bit sometimes. Let's see. All right, here we go. I'm going to crank the speed up a little bit. Just past the wobble. So we're running about just under 600. Okay. A little bit more here. A little bit of a touch up in a couple of spots. Let me try to work that out. You can always come in and sand it away too. A little bit more on the touch up, just a couple little spots. There we go. You guys hear those birds? There's like crazy birds outside my house tweeting like it's morning. Don't they know I'm live here turning the bowl? Touch-ups right here. I might just sand these off rather than hitting them with the tool too. Sometimes with these little touch-ups, it just keeps ripping it out for whatever reason when I use that little teardrop tool. So with the smaller pieces, it's just as easy to sand it as it is to take a full, few passes with that tool. And sometimes it prevents it from turning out or from pulling it out. But when I've got if I'm doing this a whole bunch and it keeps pulling out, then I gotta reevaluate what's going on. Oh, another one. Weldon, my goodness. Look at that. Keep doing what I do. I'm going to do it. Thank you, Weldon. I sure will. Appreciate that. Man, it's a good night. A real good night. I want to thank my buddy Sterling Davis for it, too, because I'm turning the bowl for him. It's all for you, buddy. It's a good night all around. I hope you're having a good time. Enjoying it. Okay, let me pull out some sandpaper. We're going to go with some 120 this time just to hit those spots of glue. Might give it just a little more time to set up. It's still a little, I can see underneath a little tacky. So, not as rich as the Patricks. Well, we all got goals in life. One of mine is to be rich as the Patricks. So, yeah, almost there. We'll get this sanded off and flipped around and hollowed. About an hour and 5 minutes in. One bubbly down. Ooh. On to the next one. Going for a grapefruit LaCroix. Cheers to you guys. Okay. See how it's feeling. Yeah, let's get to sanding. I'm just going to spot sand them rather than turning the lathe on too. I will come back turning the lathe on after I'm done getting the glue out. But for these with the 120, I'm just going to kind of focus on the glue spots rather than sanding all the wood that I don't need to. And we'll come off of here fairly quickly with that 120. They're just little spots. tough stuff once you let it cure. Putting everybody through the most excruciating part of the whole process, huh? Watching me sand super glue by hand. Billy, the coring system I'm looking at is probably the one way. There's also another one I was looking at by Woodcut Tools. Yeah, either I think the one way or the one from Woodcut. I think they're out of Australia though, but that one way is the one I really have my eye on. The other one's a Kelton system, but that one is not as repeatable as the one way. I guess the downside to the one way would be it only does certain sizes of coring, like as far as the shape goes. With the Kelton, you can kind of guide the blade as it's going in and adjust for the depth or adjust for whatever. But with the one way, it's just like a curved blade that scoops in and knocks it out. Some of these are a little thick, so I'm going to come in with the teardrop scraper. Otherwise, I'm going to be sitting here all day. Mainly, I got them out of the smaller cracks, but there's a couple little bit that needs to come off yet on these ones, and it's going to take a while. Drop the calipers. Ooh, drop them again. There we go. All right, this one's still got a little bit to go. Let me grab some sandpaper. Ooh, Chip Builds is out there. Ooh, thank you, Ashley, so much. I appreciate that. Definitely helps keep everything rolling here. The Bowl Saver, yeah, I think, the one-way easy core is what I was looking at. Maybe the Bowl Saver was what I was thinking of. Woodcut Bowl Saver, yeah, there you go. They're from Australia, right? I think it's a company out of Australia. But yeah, I had looked at that one for sure. But I've seen a demo on the one-way, and I've seen a demo on the McNaughton. And I think really the one-way is what I want to go with. There we go. Need a bit of fresh paper on there. All right. I think that's going to about do us. So let me run through the grits again, and I'll get a finish on here. Yes, Billy, that's right. The McNaughton is definitely steeper cost and learning curve. But yes, it is more versatile. You can kind of gauge the depths yourself rather than just having one set depth. But I think I would prefer the one way just for the ease of use. Okay. Give it one good final sanding here. I think this one's going to be a beast to hollow too. So I'll probably break out my Megamate tool and use that thing. Where's my 150? There it is. I got to start stacking my sandpaper up in order. Right. There's my 240, 180. Oh, Patrick. Another one. What? $2 entry fee for Patrick. Thank you. Yes, Sterling. I'll be standing up to 600. See what it's looking like here. Oh, yeah. Coming along nicely. Okay. Next up, 240. Oh, what? Billy, are you being serious right now? Al Furtado cord a bowl with a parting tool? That is nuts. Dang. That is crazy. Ridiculous. We got a little more 240 left. I'm gonna have to find that video. That's wild. $320. $400. Just about done with the boring stuff. All right, last but not least, 600. All right. Oh, yeah. Not too shabby. You can even almost see like a shine off just the sanding alone. Let me go get some walnut oil right here. Give this thing a coat. Got to blow my glasses off to see how good this is going to look. Oh, that shellac looked nice, but man, this walnut oil, you can't beat it. It's quickly becoming one of my favorite finishes, even over Shine Juice. It gets easier to apply and easier to touch up when you need to than the Shine Juice is. Shine Juice, not to say it's hard to apply, but just a little easier. Well. Looks like we got a new winner, Patrick. Although Patrick has donated $2 extra in addition to that. So, Ty, thank you very much. I really, really appreciate the super chats. It means a lot to me to have everybody out there supporting what I'm doing. It's really amazing. I don't know what else to say. Thank you. I love doing this, and I'm happy to do it, and I'm glad that people enjoy it. Oh, I love mesquite. I hope you're feasting your eyes on this one right now, Sterling, because my goodness, look at these colors in here. Almost gray through there. And just some really dark browns. It doesn't show up like, it's hard to see the actual color, but it's really yellow on the outside. And yes, that is true. Patrick's at 27, so kind of burnished up. Cool. I'm into that. So far, everything I've turned from this mesquite tree has been awesome. So I've got one more, not quite as big as this blank, for to turn two that is going to go to the lady who gave me the tree. He's a good friend. It's my one of my best friend's mom. We had to have the tree removed here in Vegas, so she called me up. A bag of valve stem covers. Yeah. All right. Okay, let's get this thing off here. Start hollowing it out, shall we? Oh, getting parched. I'd have a little drink of the bubbly. Okay. See if we can get this thing off of here. Hopefully it won't be too tough to get off. I waxed up the threads. Yep, cool. Drew, Mr. Rocks in the shop, coming through with that Trump money. That's huge. It's huge, Drew. That means a lot to me. It's huge. That's my best. The best I could do. Okay. So there we go. Got us a nice outside of a bowl. So let's rechuck it. Hopefully my tendon's the right size. If not, your bowl is going to get a little thinner. Oh, yeah, we're going to be good. Okay. Push my tailstock up here. Back this off. Apply some pressure to get it seated nice up and tight against the face of those jaws. Tighten down. Uh-oh. Some fake cop out there. Making fake cop noises. You never know what's going to happen in my little town. There's always people driving around doing goofy stuff. So, there we go. We're tightened in there. Let me, I'll show you what I'm talking about. We want to keep so we've got a nice flat face, or a nice, flat reference area for the face of those jaws to rest up against. So be nice and tight. Good size on the tenon, so it's got plenty of clamping pressure. And as I'm hollowing, since it's got a lot of support back here, as I'm hollowing, there's going to be pressure, a lot of inward pressure. So since we're backed up against the face of those jaws, we're going to not have to worry about a lot of vibration or the piece coming loose. Let's see where I can get you for now. I'm going to leave the tailstock up since it's so big, kind of as long as I can before I take it out. I'll clear this up and see how we go, but I'll leave the camera there for now. We'll get you rolling on this. sure everything's snugged up. I can see super glue. I just saw a line of dots of super glue all over the place, black super glue. So it was definitely a little wet when we were coming out of there. Here's my parting tool. I'm getting ready to core this thing out. Just kidding. I'm going to jump over to the sharpening system real quick and put a fresh edge on this. Because as you can see, this stuff was tough and hard. I don't know if you'll be able to see across the front there, but it's all black. It's burned right at the nose. We're kind of charred there. We're just heating up the steel so much, cutting this through this real hard mesquite. So I'm going to hit the grinding wheel real quick. Won't take but a second. Everybody see? All right. Well, maybe more than a second. I forgot. There we go. Swap out a little cradle here. I like having my lathe mounted, or my grinder mounted to the back of my lathe. It makes it convenient. And I didn't really have any other good place to put it. So it's a space saver. And it also works really well. Just using the one-way Wolverine system with the Varigrind. I've got a Raptor CBN wheel, 180 grit. Just a few passes. Put a nice fresh edge on there. You guys can see, maybe. Okay. Let's get back to the action. Just a little bit. That should do it. Hey, Jim's out there. How you doing, buddy? Minimum $2 entry fee. No, there's no entry fee for Jim. He's a VIP. Patron of the Wood Turners Anonymous podcast. So he's with me. There we go. Let's get got my 5/8 Thompson bowl gouges, Jimmy Clue's signature with his quick release. If you're interested in any of the tools that I'm turning with, you can find a link in the description, jimmyclues.com. He's a great guy. He takes good care of me. And the tools made by Thompson are top notch. Working on getting me a coring system. I'm on board. Oh, you showed off the bowl on Russ's show. That's cool. Nice. Thank you. Tell Russ to have me back. I was on his show a long time ago turning the bowl. All right. We're spinning nice and true. Thanks to my Vicmark VM120. Let's see if I can get a little bit more speed out of this. I don't want to go too much, but the quicker we can turn it, how better the cuts are going to be. All right, we're about 780 there. Got a little bit of a shake that I might be able to turn past. Okay, let's get rolling. Nice and flat at the top. And I'm going to cut the angle for the rim. I like to just have a little bit of an inward sweep. Now I'm going to start working my way in the middle and coming backwards. We just stop quickly. We'll check, see how we're looking. Yeah, we'll have a couple to fill right here on the rim. But yeah, that looks pretty cool. The crack wraps through, and we got enough CA in there to where it really kind of helps seal that in. So cool. Okay. Clear away some of that. Look at all that. Nice looking shavings coming out of there. Hey, I aim to please. I positioned you right where you need to be for maximum entertainment. Okay, so I think I can get a couple more cuts this way before I need to pull away. I'm going to work my way back a little now too. slow it down a little bit. Trying to get rid of that little bit of a wobble. Looking good though. It's be about time that I pull the tailstock away so I can start working on getting the final wall thickness and removing some of this material in here that I need to kind of get my tool handle over further for. I'm going to check my tenon, make sure it's still nice and tight. Last thing I want is for this thing to come flying out. Yep, we're good. Nice and tight in there. Pull my tailstock down. Let's see. I am going to have to move you guys a little bit. I think that should do it there. My goodness, this bad boy is hot. Woo. This mesquite is hard stuff. Get a lot of overhang there. Listen to me talk about bowls, eh? I could go on for hours. I'm going to start working my way back and establish my final wall thickness so I can come in. Now that I've cleared a little bit more space away down here, I can start working on this. Okay, that's feeling good. I might do just another pass. I don't want to go too thin. I want a nice big chunky bowl, nice big hefty, beautiful mesquite salad bowl. So I want to leave a little bit to the wall thickness here, but still want to go just a bit thinner than I do now. See how we're looking. Oh, yeah. We'll have a couple of cracks to fill in. The ones that came through the inside. But I'm happy with that. We've got a consistent wall thickness down. Now I need to just start working my way towards the bottom here. Yeah, Sterling, about a half an inch. So it might be a little wider than a half an inch here, and then I've got an undercut on it. So it sort of tapers into about half an inch, I would guess. I might actually, just for fun, take it one more. Oh, yeah. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. A nice little undercut there. Good even wall thickness till about right there. So I need to get rid of a little bit in the middle and start cutting in from down here so I can continue my wall thickness. But from right up here at the top, I think we're golden. Let me move a little bit more material out of the bottom here. just a bit high on the tool rest. Who's Braxton? Oh, Mark. Why don't you ask Brittany? She loves me. JK, buddy. Thanks for joining in on the show. Okay. We're looking good. I'm going to, like I mentioned, come back a little bit. I think I'm going to switch to, I might be able to get it with this for now, but then I may have to switch to the bottom finisher soon to get around that corner. I'm going to switch to the bottom finishing bowl gouge now. Then I'm starting to come around that corner. It's getting a little bit hard. I'm starting to hit with the heel, and it's bringing me up off the bevel. So we're going to switch to the bottom finisher, which has a much more blunt angle on it to help me kind of navigate the corners. Okay, just about there. I'm real bad. I need to let my lathe spin up. I'm too impatient. Okay. I think that's going to do it. Maybe. Actually, it still is a little bit thick. So I've got some room to work. And I know perfection is demanded. So I will not rest until this bowl is perfect. That being said, I'm going to switch back to, this is my regular gouge, but it's still smaller than the 5/8 one. So I think it's going to help me out in this situation. Okay. Let's feel that. A little bit of a lump. Where's my pencil? Oh well. I'll be all right without it. Yeah, one last cut. That's always the way. One last cut. But in this case, I think one last cut is all we needed. I have a little bit of a lump right here that I can feel, but I should be able to come back with my teardrop scraper and get rid of that. I don't want a chance taking another cut with my bowl gouge because I can already see the rim has started to move a little bit. So I don't want to come back up there with the tool. So it's just a really small section. So I'm going to get that right now. With this, oh yeah, a little bit more. And I do need that pencil though. It really makes a difference when you can see exactly where you're trying to take the material away. Let me snag a pencil super fast. Got it. Oh yeah, there we go. Feeling nice. Cool, nice even wall thickness down. I'm going to clear this up. I don't want to go too much deeper. Then I'll use my little bottom thickness gauge to see what we're looking like. Just visually, I'm feeling. I think we're got plenty of weight down, or plenty of thickness down there at the bottom. We're just about done. Okay. Bottom finisher. Let me check my tenon too. Whoop. Yeah, nice and tight. Whoa. Mark with a $5 Venmo. Thanks, bro. Probably can't see it, but thank you very much, Mark. Appreciate that. Helping support the show means a lot. Got a little bit of a bump right there. About. Feeling good. So just before there, I'm going to check my thickness real fast. See what we're working with. Oh, yeah. We got plenty of thickness. We're about an inch down there, so I can come back, take a couple more cuts right in the bottom, clean up that little lump. Just got to figure the best way to position my bowl gouge here. Or I mean my tool rest, so my bowl gouge doesn't have too much of overhang. Where'd she go? There we go. A little bit more. Right there, we're feeling good. And so right through kind of that area, we need to take another little pass out of there. Okay. Tiny little lump right here, but I think that's something I can get out with the teardrop scraper. Aside from that, I think we're good. Yeah, just this little area right in here. Right there. Yeah. Down into the bottom, we're good. Just a little section. So I'm going to pull out the teardrop scraper. Drag it across the bottom. Hopefully, if I can get my tool rest positioned in a good spot, that should do it. A little chatter. Okay, I think we're looking good. One more readjustment here. We'll be ready to sand it, seal those cracks. Finished. Oh, yeah. I think we're good there. That was a nice big salad bowl. We'll say probably one of the largest bowls that I've successfully turned. When I say successfully, I had one that was pretty big, about 17 inches, and it blew up on me. But yeah, I don't get real big lengths like this too often, so it's always a treat to turn it. Oh, Sterling, if you're, I have links to everything in my down in the description: PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, all that kind of stuff. A little bit of tear out right here, but I believe we should be able to get that with the sandpaper. I'm going to start it with 120. So I'm going to start working my way through the grits. What's that guy? 150. I'll start making a pile. There's the 120 that we'll start with. $180. $320. What do we got up here? 400. Hopefully I'll get double use out of these because I'm going to have to come back and sand it again after the CA glue goes on there. And 600. All right. Where to set my sponge at? There we go. Right. A little bit of tear up right there. Consider in reverse. Yeah, it should be PayPal. It should be at Braxton, just BraxtonWorthland@gmail.com. I think is my PayPal. But there's a link to it in the description of the video. I thought it was the proper link. Cool. Blow her out. Okay. On to the next one. Next up, 180. Yeah, getting close, Pat. Almost there. Yeah, these about roached, so I'm going to have to switch back. Okay, I'll have to pull some new stuff when I go. We're on to 400 now. I'm hitting it in both directions with all the grits this time, just for fun. I have a little bit of tear out right here, but this seems to be really helping take care of it. Okay, on to the 600. And we'll get to put a little finish on here, or some sanding sealer, see what it looks like. Okay. Let's blow it out. I'll get a little bit of sanding sealer in there, and I'll start working on the cracks at the top. All right. Seal it up. I'm going to have to mix some more of this up pretty soon. I'm about out. Just 50% shellac, 50% denatured alcohol. And I just use that pre-mixed shellac, Zinzer Bullseye shellac is what I like to use. Oh my goodness, this thing is gorgeous, Sterling. I'm not going to want to give it away. Holy cow, look at that sapwood right there on the corner. Oof. You got yourself a bowl and a half here, if I do say so myself. All right. Spin it up. Let that shellac dry. And then I'll come back and I'll fill the cracks in. Then we'll flip it. Finish the bottom with the vacuum chuck. And be set. Not bad. We're about 2.5 hours, eh? This is a big bowl too, so they take a little bit longer. Plus with the crack filling. All right. Yeah. Cool, really just that one big one. Let me switch the camera. Jump out to the chat for a bit. Anybody got any questions so far? Like the way it's looking? I need to take a little drink of the bubbly. Check it first. No mesquite in there. Yeah. So far, so good. Happy with how this is coming out. Yeah, it'll get probably a little bit of movement from it, but mesquite is really stable. And this was fairly dry when I started turning it. So still a bit of moisture in it, but probably not going to get a whole lot of movement out of it, just a little bit. What do you guys think? We're almost there. So sexy. Glad you think so, Sterling. Thank you. Oh, you're talking about the bowl, right? Sorry. Man, dusty. Blowing off my screen here too. There we go. Hey, thank you, sir. If I can, $5 more if I can stop the high squeal noise of the lathe. How do I mute? There we go. Here, you get ready. Send me the $5. Just kidding. I can't. I'm sorry. It's the sounds of the shop. All right. Number 2 down. If you'll let me indulge, I'm going to head over and grab another one of those. And I'll let you bask in the glory of Marsh's entry fee via Patrick. Thanks, Marsh and Patrick. Mostly, thanks, Patrick. Okay. Got one. All right. Thanks, Marsh. Appreciate it. Billy had to go reset the water well. No, we haven't quite finished yet. Here, let me switch cameras for you. I've got it all sanded and got some sanding sealer on in there. And I'm going to work on getting the last of the little cracks filled on the inside. There's a little bit that needs there. And I don't know where the others, maybe some down right around there. But I'm going to pull you in closer. And I'll start doing that. And no high-pitched squealing, I promise. At least until I turn the lathe back on. Or until my daughter comes out here. Dad joke. All right, I need a little stool, too. Getting tired of standing here for you guys. Got to have a seat. These old bones can't stand the way they used to, you know? There we go. Sit down for the... What? $5 from Brittany. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Want me to mute so you don't have to listen to me? Hey, look out, Mr. Steve Carmichael. You're still there. Thank you, sir. $10 super chat from Steve Carmichael. That's awesome. Thanks, Steve. I really appreciate it. And I got myself a watermelon bubbly here. These are good ones. I just found this flavor at the grocery store recently. Joseph's wondering if I've seen Jimmy lately. I haven't been over to his house in a few months. The last time I went was right before like all the shutdowns and stuff. And we would have had a couple of meetings over, you know, we've got a little group that gets together and turns over at his house. We had a couple scheduled, you know, a couple of turning sessions scheduled. But since everything shut down, you know, we just sort of figured we better play it safe, and nobody's getting together right now. But after all this is over, looking forward to it. I love going over there. Punch, punch, pineapple, and triple sec. Yeah, Sterling. Sounds like a good one. Right. Couple little ones right here that sort of have some, I can see it looks like it's soaked through from the other side. So I'm just going to widen these cracks out to define them a little more. Look on here. These ones, I may take it out of the, unscrew it so I can do the rim on those ones. But for now, we'll stick with the sealing these, and then I'll pull it off real quick and finish it up. Yeah, there's not many on the inside, which is nice. Those cracks didn't go too deep. There we go. Again with the Starbond CA. If you guys haven't tried it, I've got an affiliate link in the description below the video. You can use code Braxton at checkout and save yourself 10%, and it'll help me out too. They really do make a fabulous product. I've been using a Starbond for a long time. I got turned on to it at Jimmy Clue's house, actually. He likes Starbond quite a bit. And so recently I was able to get an affiliate link with them. And so now I can kind of push their stuff. They help me out a little bit, and they give out a little bit of a discount to anybody who wants to buy it through my link, which is cool. It's a win-win-win. Okay. There we go. Yeah, just a couple little spots on the inside. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Here's a couple right here that I could probably just widen out a little bit. Can you guys see all right, or is it getting too dark in there? It's hard for me to see my computer screen right now. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's just a little blown out, huh? Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, isn't it? I do have the brown. I haven't had a chance to use it yet. I really like the black. I like to make things sort of stand out so you can kind of see them rather than blending them in. But I'm excited to try the brown also. I noticed they have a white as well. I want to try that one just to see how that works. This one's working pretty good on the rim here. I like to hit it with sometimes a little activator prior to putting it down, just so it'll hit and kind of start to set up art right away. Okay, let me unscrew it. I'm going to get there's one right around the rim that I really just want to, I think it's going to be kind of a pain. Take that face shield off too, it keeps falling down. There we go. Oh! Go Sterling just paid for the bowl. Thank you, buddy. So he wanted me to personally tell everybody that he wins. So suck it. There you go. Far be it from me to deny the man his wishes. So suck it, everybody else. Sterling wins. There we go. Man, this is a big, beautiful bowl. I'm really pleased with how it's coming out. Might eat some cereal out of it before I send it to you, though, Sterling. Just kidding. It's all you, buddy. God. Did I miss this one? Oh, yeah. I missed that guy. What do you guys think? You tired of watching me fill cracks yet? Still got, 15 people out there. We're doing pretty good. Okay. Last inspection. So these ones I'm probably going to sand all the way. I won't try to use the teardrop scraper. Since the bowl has already moved a little bit, it'll be really hard to get a clean cut. So I'm just going to sand them. I'll probably go get my little power sander if it's got any juice. And if I got a piece of paper to use on it too. Let me check that real quick, and I shall be right back. Where we go? There we go. This way. What do you know? I got some juice, and I got some sandpaper. Ooh, maybe I got some juice. Maybe not. Let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. Got my little Rikon 90-degree sander. I won this down in Phoenix at Woodcraft, where they had a contest. So I submitted one of my basket illusion bowls and a couple other things, and I won third place. I was excited. Okay. Put it back on the lathe. Back it up, and then I'll finish the sanding this way. All right, I think that's got it. Cool. It's a handy little gadget. I use it quite a bit when I do the carved-footed bowls. When I first won it, I was like, "Yeah, what am I going to use this for?" But turns out it's this little powerhouse, man. I like it a lot. The only downside to it is this pad here is really, really hard, and it doesn't come with any softer ones. And it's not something that you can like easily change out. It's a sort of a proprietary kind of thing. It looks like I ordered a few double-sided Velcro softer pads that will stick on here, but I ordered them off Amazon, and it was like right after they stopped shipping non-essential things, and apparently those are non-essential, so they're still like 3 weeks from getting shipped to me, and I ordered them at the beginning of March. So I'm dealing with that right now. Yeah, let me come back with some regular paper here, sand it, and we'll be good to go. Flip it around and finish the bottom. Also, Joseph, thank you so much. Got a $10 super chat. Really appreciate it, buddy. It's going to go into the sandpaper / feeding my kids fund. Thank you very much. It means a lot that people are willing to help me out and support me in doing what I love to do. Hopefully you're learning some stuff along the way, or if there's any questions I can help you with, always feel free to ask. But I love doing this. I love getting with you guys and turning stuff. It's something, I mentioned it before. I mean, I would be doing this anyways. I'd be out here turning regardless. So maybe I can help entertain some people too and keep the lights on in my shop at the same time. So thank you very much for everybody out there who's been supporting me. Sterling, I love you too, buddy. Thank you so much. I'm real pleased with how this is coming along. I'm excited to get it to you. Hopefully Sandra doesn't laugh at the size of it. I think she'll appreciate it though. Where's my 4? There's my 400. And 600. There we go. Cool. Sanding sponge, where'd I put that? Safely on the ground. Perfect spot for it. I hope you guys laugh at some of my jokes because that cracked me up. It's going to take a little bit more of that 120 to get through some of that shellac. Oh, yeah, coring system. That's right, Nick. We go to a coring system. Yeah, that would be nice. I could get at least 2 bowls out of this one. We would have a small one in the middle and a bigger one. Pop that over there so we don't fall down. Okay. Looking good. Let me zip through those grits. We'll call it a day. $10 and a penny. This right here is hard to argue with facts. If you're not familiar with Nick's sled, check him out. It's awesome. And even 20 for Joseph. Well, thank you very much, Sterling. Appreciate that. My goodness. Huh, everything's 99 cents on the iPad, huh? I did not know that. Let me get this outside too. Might as well. Got a little shellac on there as well. I want to get that straight walnut oil. All right, last one. 600. We'll get to flip this beast over. Finish the bottom. All right. Oof, there we go. We blow it off. We'll get a coat of walnut oil on there. Moment of truth. More on the outside. Whew. Man. Mesquite never disappoints. All right. Oof. I'm into it. I really like that sapwood, though. I think that really just sets it off. All right. We get set up to flip this thing around. And we'll turn the tenon off. First step, I got to put my tailstock back up. Okay, let's take it out of there too. See what we're working with here. Hey. Not bad. Not bad at all. Yes, sir. Let's get a little comparison. Pretty good size. Pretty good size bowl. Okay, let's take the chuck off. Go. Go. All right, let's see if we can pull a vacuum. Yep, nice strong one. Cool. The final step. I'm going to use my 1/2 inch bowl gouge simply because it's nice and sharp. I haven't used it as much. Oh, burn my logo on the bottom. I'll do it. Well, if it'll fit in my laser, I will. If not, I can sign it by hand for you. A little bit off. Seems to be the way, though. We'll be all right. Put my face shield back on. Yeah, I'll try to laser it. I don't know if this bad boy will fit in the laser, though. I need a bigger laser. A little bit low on the tool rest. Okay. Oops, almost there. A little bit more to go. Okay. I think that should be good there. Let me pull the tailstock away. Take care of that middle section. Moment of truth. Always nice when it doesn't come flying off the lathe. So this part, I'm going to take very, very light cuts. Hold on, see, started to move a little. Oh, still good. You really have to worry when that happens when it comes off the lathe. So let me remount it. That last one I was taking was a little, I don't know, a little bit light. It started bouncing around. I could see it start to move. So let's reset it. Tailstock to move here. There's your adventure for the night. All right. How about that, Billy? Must have snagged it. I think I caught the edge of it with my tool rest. Not to fear. We're still good. It's always the toughest part. All right. Yeah, she's not quite center, but there isn't too much left. Let's give her one more shot here. If not, I'm going to finish it by hand. Little by little. Don't want to give anybody a heart attack. All right. A little bit more I want to clean off of there. I can come back and get it with some sandpaper too. I'm making sure we'll be seated good on the outside of the rim, so no worries there. We pull in some sandpaper. I'm going to just sand up the bottom. Yes, use the sandpaper. You got it, Billy. Am I scaring you, buddy? I'll forego my usual lines in the bottom, given this current circumstances of this thing falling off the vacuum chuck. Could be because I've never chucked up a bowl this large on the vacuum chuck, so it could be because the plate behind it isn't really giving it enough support. So I may have to make something, a new little adapter to keep everything nice and flat back, or strong back there. Switch into sandpaper. Don't worry, I got my hand on there. Yeah, she's getting a little wobbly. I may have to switch to hand sanding it. I'm almost there, though. As you can see, I got a few lumps there, Sterling. So I'm not liking that. I'm going to have to figure out a way to chuck it up and finish that. They're not really that bad. I think the light makes them look worse. Yeah, you can see the shadows when the light's on it. It's my shaker mark. Oh, got caught on the camera table. I don't have any of those, no. That would be nice. I've just got the vacuum truck. Yeah, I want to invest in some because I need them they help a lot for basket illusions. We're doing the bottom of those. Sometimes the basket illusion bowls are hard to chuck up in the vacuum truck because the beads don't like to seat or into like the foam that I use on my vacuum truck. So I can't get a great vacuum. Yeah, cold jaws would be beneficial for sure. All right, last one. And everybody can breathe a sigh of relief. Nope, that's not walnut oil. That's sanding sealer. There it is, right behind me. All right. Okay. Last but not least, pull it off the vacuum truck. Ready? There it is. Let me pull the camera back a little bit. Yeah, not bad. You can see a little ring there, but all in all, I think it came out real nice. Yeah, we got that nice sapwood there. Let's give it a measure. Measure. How do you say it? With the tape measure? I know I just had that dang old thing somewhere. Okay, got to find it because I want to know what we're working with here. Just had it too. Here we go. Buried under my sandpaper. Okay. I think it should be right about 14-inch. Oh, 13. 13 and an 8. Yeah, we were a 14-inch blank when we started. Yeah. 13 and an 8 by 4 5/8, and we were just a little over 5 when we started. So, got a nice size salad bowl there, or chip bowl, or popcorn bowl. Got some nice weight to it. Also, it's a good heavy piece. Going to be very stable. Mixing your salads in there, tossing your salad. I know Sterling's looking forward to tossing his salad in this. So thank you, everybody. That was a fun one. I'm glad got that special commission from my good friend Sterling Davis to turn this bowl. And thank you also for requesting that I turn it live because this was fun as well. It always is. I appreciate it. Let me just leave you guys by taking my hair down. Mark, I don't know if you're watching still, but if Brittany's out there, have her avert her eyes. Got to get those shavings out. Whew. Ugh. Loaded up with shavings today. So thank you, everybody. What a good old time. Next, I got to work on getting it signed for you. and send it your way. I'll be sure to pack it up in the shavings so you have something to barbecue with. And also, it'll protect it too. And I won't have to clean them up. My goodness, I got mesquite in my hair. Well, I think that'll do it just about for us tonight. I'm going to get off here, go eat some dinner, put a signature on the bottom of this thing. We'll call it done. What do you think? I got enough for both of us, Billy. I haven't grown it for a few years. I usually shave it for that St. Baldrick's charity, but I've missed the past few. So I said, might as well let it grow until it's long enough to when I cut it off, I could donate it and make wigs out of it. My wife really likes it, so she doesn't want me to cut it. So I've been hanging on to it. It's getting annoying. It's going to be summertime, too, pretty soon. So I'm going to want to shave. Well, yeah, anyways, thank you so much, everybody. All the super chats, I'm totally blown away. You don't have any idea really, truly what it means to me. So thank you very much for supporting me and helping me, feed my family, basically, through this crazy, trying time by doing, things that I really, truly love to do. So thanks again. I'll see you guys for the next one. Check back in a couple of days, probably. I'll try to give you a little bit more heads up on the next one. I have an idea. I would like to turn sort of a lidded box that I haven't seen done. So that's it. Just a teaser for a kind of a cool lidded box that I want to do for the next show. I got a piece picked out and everything. I had some inspiration recently on it. I might have already talked about it. So if you heard that, you know what we're working with next time. But thank you again. I'm going to get out of here, end the broadcast by down on this here watermelon bubbly, saying thanks again to each and every one of you out there. It means a lot to me that you support me. So thank you very much.